Igor Jesus qui tente sa chance, a été détourné, mais c'est bien Botafogo qui s'impose.
Brazilian teams, in particular in this tournament, have been fantastic. You get a camera focused on Ansako during that game.
Botafogo played very well defensively. They didn't give many chances to Paris, so just congratulations, you know, sometime.
An underestimation of Botafogo by Luis Enrique.
Imagine that game is gonna be like crazy, man.
E aí galera, beleza? Bora dar uma olhada nas reações da imprensa europeia falando dos times brasileiros, e os franceses também comentaram, né, como que tá saindo os brasileiros. Vamos dar uma olhada nas reações da imprensa europeia. Se você curtir, já deixa o like, se inscreve no canal. Tamo junto, valeu, nós, galera. Bora pro vídeo.
Attention à Igor Jesus qui tente sa chance, a été détourné par Pacho, et Botafogo qui parvient à marquer. Ça fait 1-0 pour les Brésiliens, les champions d'Amérique du Sud, qui surprennent le Paris Saint-Germain, qui surprennent le monde du football aussi peut-être.
Très grosse surprise et interrogation sur le banc parisien. Luis Enrique qui n'a pas l'habitude de voir son équipe mener sur le premier contre vraiment de Botafogo après une grosse domination des joueurs du Paris Saint-Germain. Même le coach de Botafogo est circonspect. On voit ce contre et ce ballon vraiment bien donné entre les deux défenseurs centraux. Cette mésentente entre Beraldo et Pacho, c'est contre-favorable aussi. Et ce ballon dévié, même au dernier moment, pour tromper Donnarumma, dévié par Pacho. La réussite pour Igor Jesus qui marque déjà son deuxième but dans la compétition.
Il avait marqué face à Seattle, il récidive face au Paris Saint-Germain, et pour l'instant, c'est Botafogo, non seulement qui mène au score, mais qui est en train de se qualifier pour la suite de la compétition. On joue depuis 36 minutes, mais ils sont leaders de la poule au moment où l'on se parle. Mais c'est bien Botafogo qui s'impose. Les vainqueurs de la dernière Copa Libertadores rendent leurs supporters euphoriques. Ils s'imposent face aux champions d'Europe parisiens. Botafogo qualifié pour les huitièmes. Pour Paris, il faudra vraiment s'imposer face à Seattle lundi prochain.
I wish we had, well we did have, we've got cameras all over the place, but I wish we had a camera focused on Jules and Sacco during that game. It was always going to be a difficult game, especially if they scored first, because we know how good defensive they are. I think the Brazilian teams, in particular in this tournament, have been fantastic so far.
It was a masterclass defensively, and I think first we need to give a lot of credit to Botafogo and the way they set up, how narrow they were, how disciplined they were defensively. They knew they would not have much of the ball, and they knew they would not probably have many chances, but they would have to make it count. They restricted PSG to not much, if you think about it, really. Not clear chances really for PSG, a few good crosses, but it was very comfortable in the end because they worked really hard. When they stayed narrow, they pushed PSG wide, and then they doubled up on the wingers. And apart from maybe the beginning, Kvaratskhelia at the start of the game, after that, it was very good defensively from them.
We said how much it means to a lot of these South American teams, and I think this shows it, right? The celebrations after, I mean, these are going to continue into the night for the fans, but I like what the players are doing, just acknowledging the fans as well that have travelled from Brazil to go and watch this game. But it was a fantastic defensive display from Botafogo.
It's a perfect game. They avoid the mistake. They try to defend well. They exploited the counter attack, you know, and that's why they celebrate a lot, no? I think this one is really important for Botafogo. That means a lot for Brazil.
Yeah, and it's not like Luis Enrique's side didn't go for it. I mean, all those superstars I mentioned that were on the bench in the first half, all of them came on. So he went for it. This was an important game for him.
Yeah, of course. I think at the beginning of this game, we saw like how Botafogo starts. They just had only one changing player from compared to the first game, and Paris maybe five players. So I think after second half, the coach bring stronger players on the pitch to try to score. But as you said before. I think Botafogo played very well defensively. They didn't give many chances to Paris. So yeah, it was So just congratulations. You know, sometimes in football you just
like it.
you
I like it. Well done, Clever. Well done. It was me and you. We were together. All right, let's find out what's going on socials. Loads of activity, as you can imagine right now. Botafogo fans, very, very excited. Remember, you can join the conversation as well. Just go to FanZone on the DAZN app to get involved throughout the Club World Cup. All right, let's continue this discussion. I do want to focus on Botafogo, but I do want to kind of put a bit of energy towards Luis Enrique. We all saw the starting 11. I think was surprised maybe by the amount of changes compared to the Atletico Madrid side. It's not often he gets it wrong, right? He's probably the best manager out there right now. Did he get it wrong?
Well, we think so. We discussed it with Mamad. I just think tonight a win would have qualified PSG regardless of what would happen in the last game. Even between Botafogo and Atletico Madrid, 6 points for PSG tonight, and they threw already. Play your strongest team now, even if it's back-to-back the same starting 11 than against Atletico Madrid. This is your best 11, and then you can rest everybody if you want for the Seattle game. Seattle are not as good as Botafogo. You can play all the kids. You're already through, and you've already topped the group. So, yeah, maybe it was not the best time to make those 5 changes. Lucas Hernandez at left back instead of Nuno Mendes. Big difference, complete different profile. The team doesn't play the same. Same in midfield. Mayulu good, Zaire Emery good, but they're young players. Maybe that's where Luis Enrique, who likes to share the minutes and game management, but maybe tonight he should not have.
We always ask for managers to play the full squad, don't we? But is there maybe an underestimation of Botafogo by Luis Enrique?
No, I think it's quite complicated also for a manager to have all these quality players every time on the pitch. Sometimes some of them must to have some rest, but I think this game means a lot for the Brazilian team, and but I think. Everything is not finished for Paris. Of course, it will be an interesting game again against Seattle. I hope we're gonna win and go to the next round. But today also we saw some young players, who try to give them best, but they saw how high level is it to play against, like a team that has Botafogo.
Should we have a look at the goal again, Cleverson? Should we do it?
We don't have to.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's have a look at the goal again.
It's a great goal.
It's a great pass. We're not really talking as much about the pass from Cervinho there. It's a great pass, and that touch there to take it out of his feet is fantastic. And yes, there is a small deflection, but that touch there to go out, it's a good touch.
Yeah. I think when he runs, he knows where he can push the ball, and then that's the only chance he can shot. That's a great goal, a great finishing.
Yeah, it is a fantastic finish. But I guess if you are going to be a goal down, you want to be a goal down and still have nearly 70 minutes to come back and win it, Jules. And there was a lot of time for Luis Enrique to make the necessary changes, change the formation and way in which you're playing, and he still wasn't able to do it. Yeah,
which he did. We said the big stars, the rest of the starting 11 usually came on, and to little effect. We didn't see much of Barcola, maybe a little bit at the end. Neves and Ruiz with Vitinha in that midfield were still in a battle, which is what you have to do to rattle this PSG side. Make it difficult for them. Be aggressive, always in the way. Don't give them time on the ball. And that's exactly what they did. We said they played really narrow, really compact. There was no space anywhere for this PSG team to try to come back into the game. And I think PSG were a bit off it, to be fair, as well. And that's you pay for it.
All right, this is PSG chances. There weren't that many, but this is some of their chances. Nothing really clear-cut. I mean, some will say they do miss the favourite for the Ballon d'Or, Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, we expect him to come back for the third game or against Seattle, or maybe certainly for the last 16. But you're right, that free kick by Vitinha, the header Gonzalo Ramos, and then this is the kind of crosses to nobody really. I know the John fumbles it there, but it's a bad cross from Hakimi, and there's certainly nobody trying to cut the trajectory. Even that free kick in a good position for Kvaratskhelia is over the top and really never looked like he was going to come down. So just lack of composure, lack of sharpness. We said that, sloppy in the passing for PSG, too slow. And against a team that is so well organized, so well drilled, that puts all the effort in, if you're not sharper, you're not going to make it.
Cleberson, very quickly, Botafogo, Atletico Madrid next. That's going to be a tough game for both.
It will be a tough game. Imagine that game is going to be like crazy, man. Because the game is going to be fired at the beginning to the end, no? Because Madrid has to be score goals and Botafogo has the 1 point. Imagine how those teams are going to be compete.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very, very much. Jules, thank you very much. Happy birthday, Mr. Cleberson. Martin Sacco, thank you very much as well, Mr. Sacco. It's been a good one, isn't it? We said there would be upsets in the Club World Cup. Maybe not this type of upsets, but that is what football's about. We don't always want to see the favorites win. Good night.
Se você curtiu, já deixa o like, se inscreve no canal. Tamo junto, valeu, nós galera. Até o próximo vídeo. Valeu, rapaziada.